Hi guys, thanks for tuning back into the Scan Tool Network. In this video we're taking a short look at the OTOFIX D1 tool in the real world. This is a super slim, fantastic scan tool which I actually love. It's probably one of my favourites just because of the sheer the smallness of it and the ruggedness of it, to be honest with you. It's a multi-manufacturer, multi-system scan tool, which I'll pop the link to this in the description below this video. But we're in a Porsche 911 991 Carrera S here, and I just want to show you this tool in the real world against this vehicle, so that maybe it gives you a bit of confidence in the tool that it does do what it's supposed to do. It does work on Porsche vehicles. If you were maybe thinking about it, you'll notice there are no wires on it. You'll notice a blue light down in this corner here. There it is, there it is there. That is the dongle, so it's a Bluetooth transmission between that and this here. So we'll get into it. We've got a few warning lights on the dashboard, as you can see. We'll start diagnosing these faults. And then we should be able to get rid of all of these faults as well. So we'll start with clicking diagnostics. I'll just try and maneuver this in a way that you can see the screen. So we'll go to European actually. Just makes it a little bit easier to find the Ford, what am I talking about? Porsche vehicles. There we go. So there is a bit of a glare coming in from the sun, so I do apologise, and I hope you can see this correctly. So we'll go manual selection. We need to find 991, which is right there. Go to diagnosis, and we're going to click control unit because we know which systems we need to diagnose. So we're going to go on to the engine first of all, DME, digital engine electronics, and it's just going to establish a little connection there. So we'll go to trouble codes, and we've got 3 fault codes here. Don't worry about the bottom one because that is relating to a connection that a problem we've also had with the ABS. In fact, actually, I'm just thinking. I'm going to give me 1 second because I put the new ABS sensor in, but I don't think I've actually hooked the electrical connection back up. So it would make this video a little bit silly. Give me 1 second. Make sure that's connected in as well. Right. Yeah, right. Do apologise for that, but it would have caused an issue. Right. So these were the problems that we were getting with the engine. So it was a faulty ignition coil with the engine, and we've put a new set of ignition coils in, so 6 cylinders in this vehicle, so 6 cylinders, 6 ignition coils. Now, the chances are if one of the ignition coils fails, the chances are the rest are not far behind, so it's always best, I would say, to change all 6 coils. It's entirely up to you though. That's what we've done. So we're going to erase the codes now, but in this vehicle what we need to do to erase the codes is turn the engine off. So you have to turn the engine off but keep the ignition on. So you can see all the warning lights have come back on, and we can now go erase codes. No fault codes detected, which is good. Just go back in there. It's telling us there are no fault codes now because we fixed the fault with the engine. Also the PSM fault that was showing, we've also fixed that, but that was kind of like just a crossover fault. We have to go into the PSM section as well and clear the main codes for that section. So the PSM is like the ABS system, and then we're getting a faulty front right ABS sensor. So you'll see that in the top one there. Right front speed sensor electrical. That's a network fault which sometimes shows up when you get an ABS fault or any other fault in the ABS system. And this one, again, this is a little bit of crossover as well, the airbag system. This has come on because we have got an airbag fault as well, but we've also fixed the airbag fault. So when we erase this, it should erase all of these faults because we have fixed all of the faults. Okay, let's go back in and double check. That's good, but the same again, we have to go into now the airbag system to clear those main faults. The airbag fault which showed up in the ABS system was kind of like a crossover fault, and the same for the PSM fault which showed up in the engine system. It's a little bit confusing, but it does make sense if you kind of know how these tools work. But we're now in the airbag system. I think we went in the airbag system. Yeah, and these were the airbag faults that we're getting. A fault underneath the driver's seat. Just a connection which we have put back together, so again we can just erase the codes. One thing you're probably noticing as I'm erasing these codes that all of the warning lights are staying on. That's typical if the engine is not running. If the ignition is on, then that is truly what you'd expect, so don't worry about that. But we're going to start the engine right now. I believe we've fixed all of the faults, so we'll just go back to the home screen to show you the home screen. Yeah, so I'll start the engine and hopefully all of these warning lights will turn off. So what have we got? Still got the airbag fault, still got the seatbelt. I can take the seatbelt fault off by just clipping my seatbelt in. Right, okay, that's interesting. So the airbag has still stayed on. I'm just going to go in and reassess this. I'm just going to double check actually that the connection underneath the seat is secure. It does seem secure. So let's go manual selection, 991, diagnosis, control unit, airbag, oops, airbag. And we'll read the codes again first of all. Oh, it's just gone off now. I wonder if it's just gone off as we've been entering the airbag system. Let's come on because we're interrogating it. So click on read trouble codes just while we're here. No fault codes detected, so effectively there's nothing to erase. So if we come back out of it, it should just turn off on its own. Let's give it a few seconds. Or might require a new engine start. It's staying on, isn't it? It's quite strange that. I wonder if we come out completely. I wonder if we just restart the engine. What I'll do is I'll take the key out. You've seen the window drops there, so we'll put the key back in, start the engine, see what it gives us. Airbag light is still showing. Now it's gone off. Okay, so I think, you know, these vehicles, they sometimes have their own little intricacies and ways of working, but ultimately we have been able to do it with this tool, even though it looked like it was going to give us an issue, but it didn't. So there it is. I'm going to pop the link to this kit, which I do love actually, the OTOFIX D1, in the description below this video. It's a fantastic package. It covers all makes and models, as you probably were able to work out before, just sort of going through them here. And it does all systems. It does a lot of service functions as well. So we've got service. It doesn't do these service functions on every single vehicle, but it does, you know, it does a fair chunk of them. So just take a look at that if you were interested. Okay. As I say, yeah, I've said it 100 times though. Link in the description. There are fakes, there are clones. They can damage your vehicle. It's not worth going down that route. But if you use the link below, it will take you to the genuine and official product. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this helps.